Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Daily Dan Blog. It's Wednesday. I'm running late. It's been a horrible, storm-infused week. Usually I make a comic book video on Tuesday morning, but due to ice, storms, no power, and just horrible, horrible things happening in my world, that did not happen. So today I'm taking a look at Mystery Incorporated, a reprint of a comic book from 1963, based on these four Fantastic Four rip-off losers back in 1963, Captain Planet, Crystal Man, the Neon Queen, and Kid Dynamo. Oh, I can't wait to bust into this one. You know, when I bought the Mystery Incorporated comic book, I kind of thought I was getting a different Mystery Incorporated, you know, the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. But no, I'm getting whatever in the blue hell this is. So let's bust it open and have a look at the fake-ass Fantastic Four from 1963. That's right, disappointment fills my veins as I find out that they've only made two appearances. One in Fury Comics and one in Tales of the Uncanny, where they had their first two adventures before they got their first printing of this #1, Mystery Incorporated, from 1963. I feel like screaming, crying, and dying right now. I want a Scooby-Doo! Dave, I apologize. I apologize today, Sunstorm. This is not the good stuff, brother. Our comic book begins with the walls crashing down at Mystery Incorporated headquarters as the big blob comes rolling through the wall, crashing through the wall, trashing stuff in anger, breaking through the security systems with ease. Can this monstrosity be stopped? As the security crystals, Captain, what is his name? No, Crystal Man envelops the bad guy. I had to look over here at my list for these goose names. I had to write them down because I'm having trouble remembering them. Anyway, Crystal Man, who can turn into crystals, apparently. I bet people who smoke meth love this guy. Tries to encase the grumpy monster coming through the wall. I think that thing escaped from an X-Men comic book. It looks like a sentinel as he breaks Crystal Man into a million pieces. I wonder if Crystal Man will survive. I wonder if I care if Crystal Man will survive as this other goose shows up. Kid Dynamo, that's right. Kid Dynamo takes it to the Sentinel. Kid Dynamo goes one-on-one battle. Kid Dynamo gets taken out by some water because Kid Dynamo's electrically charged wuss. Bzzz, and now he's on the floor looking like Richie Cunningham as the Sentinel rolls on through the building. He must face the Neon Queen. But as he comes up to face the Neon Queen, he's zapped. He's zapped in the rear. That's right, he's zapped in the rear from Kid Dynamo's electrical impulse. At this point, he takes off the helmet and says, "You know I wouldn't hit a lady, This Captain Planet Head." That's right, the guy with the head shaped like a planet. He was testing the security at Mystery Incorporated by destroying everything. And it's plot points like that that makes me want to beat my chest like Kong and throw up just a little bit in my mouth. Yeah, now's a good time to recall our origin story. Remember that time we Fantastic Four faked our asses up in that rocket to that alien planet on exploratory mission? Remember that time we got caught in that alien raid? It gave us all our superpowers. Remember that? Remember that? In a comic book from a long time ago? Wah, 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 wah. That piece of crap. Oh, look, how quaint. They have a penthouse apartment in New York City. Hey, that's the address if you want to write them a letter back in 1963. And they sit around reading comic books about themselves and their first appearance. Really? Opie's reading a damn comic book about himself. Now, I really do want to throw up. Neon Queen spots an intruder coming through. I guess it's some kind of damn time machine they got downstairs. Oh, my God, they got a time machine? They got a time portal. What is that squeaky noise? If you watch Jim Cornette, you'll learn that apparently I've got one of Brian Lass's squeaky chairs in here. If I move around, it makes a squeaky noise and freaks you out. Anyway, the ninja slipped through the time portal. He's got to face the Neon Queen, who quickly realizes he's got to really... Oh, of course, he's a speedster. The Ninja Flash has showed up to cause Mystery Incorporated a problem, I guess. Are you freaking kidding me? A pageant of possibly pointless postings from the parlor of perfection? I guess Michael Morone might want to read some of this parlor of perfection crap going on in his comic book. So I'll go kind of slow, so you might want to pause it and read it. I won't be doing none of that. Going through this comic book is pain enough. I have done looked through it. I have done read most of the dialogue in this piece of garbage to get a gist of what's going on. It's the only way I can find out the goose names. Oh, now my brain really hurts. Ninja Boy jumped with super speed back through the time portal. After a quick look around, I think we need to get the key out. With a few quick calculations, the Mystery Incorporated team figure out where this guy went. The guy left footprints, wet footprints heading back into the machine. So I guess we gotta calculate where he went and follow him on through, and then we're gonna figure out what's up with Ninja Time Traveling Dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. Arriving on the planet Mog in their tiny little spacecraft that they jumped into to fly through the machine. Jeez, I'm lost. Somehow they went through the portal and developed a ship. They got them a ship strangely like the Fantastic Four. And now they're headed off to track down the ninja. I got it. Captain Planet's had about enough of these people. He's having one of his spaz outs like he had back when he was testing the security. Captain Planet's breaking everything, smashing everything. Crystal Man's trying to calm his ass down. He's tearing them apart so bad it's shaking back in New York City on Earth. Gee. And they're somewhere off in another dimension and they're shaking up the town. Wow, that's a real impressive shaking going on. A whole lot of shaking going on. Okay, so it's not a time machine. It's some kind of dimensional door for all these realms that exist simultaneous with ours. Now intruders have followed our heroes back through the door, and now they must do battle with the dimensional dumbasses from the other side. Can Crystal Man, Kid Dynamo, Neon Queen, and Captain Planet defeat the evil? Stay tuned. Wow, Kid Dynamo, he's been made aware that these things are getting through the dimensional door with help from this side. That's right. Ninja Boy had pulled a fast one and not went through. And now he's controlling the dimensional door to allow his comrades to enter our reality and must do battle with Kid Dynamo. And now it's time for a commercial. Thank God it's a commercial. And it's a commercial for Mystery Incorporated merchandise, because everybody wants a freaking Mystery Incorporated t-shirt. 1963 is coming. I think it come and went. I wasn't even born in 1965. This comic book literally is a reprint, but it come out 2 years before I was even born. And on that note, let's do a shout out or two. This is such a dismal comic book. I've actually looked forward to doing the shout-outs just so I could put this piece of crap up for a minute. Be sure to check out Dave Sunstorm and his incredible brother, Steven Sunstorm. The Good Stuff guys here on YouTube. And I'm pretty sure Dave will not think this comic book is the good stuff. Be sure to check out Pat McCormick. Pat McCormick at the Golden Rage of TV. You can find him right here on YouTube. And if you check out Dave's channel, him and Thrash Pondo Pons, that guy, did a retro palooza the other day that is mind-boggling. Be sure to check out The Unapologetic Geek. That's E. McGill, the guy who wrote that incredibly cool book called Paradox. And you can see me and E. McGill together. That's right, together at 1 o'clock Eastern, Sundays on the Unapologetic Geek. Be sure to check out Baby at Brain Benders Banners. You can usually see me there on Saturday night, weather permitting. 50-50 this week, BBB. There's another blizzard coming. Be sure to check out my buddy Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. He wrote the True Cryptid Encounters Book 1 and Book 2. They are awesome. I love them books. Be sure to check out my friends at the BLB Blue Line Bigfoot. And, of course, my friend Sick, who sent me that really cool hat over there. And once again, let me go through the list. Be sure to check out Sarah, our girl Sarah, at My Flock Is Everywhere. BK on the Air, Big Guys 45s. The Nostalgic Pop Blast with Chance, he's real cool, and Retro Nerd Girl. And I guess that's about it for now. Oh, yeah, that guy at the Life and Sad Endings channel. I like him, too. Kid Dynamo continues his battle with the Black Ninja. Black Ninja got some really cool merchandise. He kind of reminds me of that guy, Hawkeye, a little bit. But even more like that G.I. Joe bad guy. Anyway, he pushed the kibosh on Kid Dynamo. It's really hard being an electrical guy who gets a little wet and shorts out, I guess. And now he's just a screaming, hollering little Opie getting his butt kicked by a ninja. He still manages to pull a little bit of fury up and fight back, but it's really pointless because he's facing the Black Ninja. Oh, this is radical. Little Opie gets sucked up. He gets sucked up into a device. That's right, he's become Digital Boy. Look, he got him on a Game Boy. Oh, that's just horrible. Look, I'm playing him like a toy. Oh, the humanity. Crystal Man, watching monitors, has discovered the fate. He has discovered the fate of Kid Dynamo. He fills the rest of the team in on the digital nightmare that is Kid Dynamo's past, present, and future. Oh my God! And that's when Neon Queen gives a little pep talk, remembering the time that the Red Team, the Red Fantastic Four, beat us down and how they overcome them. In another comic book, which was probably this piece of crap, their other appearance, right? Right? So info panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. You know I had to get that in at least once. We bring you to the end of this miserable, dismal nightmare where we're using math to figure out the time travel variables into the dimensional, whatever. Smoke guy, bad guy versus good guys. Yeah, that's the whole plot, right? So I guess Tug, who wrote Paradox over there, will really like this. They're trying to figure out how to travel through time. That's right, to go back and stop the badness before it happens. But the ninja's gonna try to stop them, and Neon Queen must battle the ninja. The ninja can't get back through the dimensional doorway because Captain Planet put the kibosh on it by turning the shield up. So Ninja Boy's trapped in our dimension, and they formulate the plan to take out Ninja Boy, who has completely disappeared. Whatever will we do? And if you want to find out what they do, enjoy Wind Wakes the War Beast. That's right. When our heroes travel into the Maybe Machine, oh, jeez, chasing the ninja, who must have got through somehow, apparently. Oh, gee, don't tell, it don't explain. And then you get this crap. It's the mystery mailbag. More crap you can read in this dismal nightmare of reading, and more reading, and reading, and reading, and more reading, and more reading, and more reading. More reading, more reading, and more reading, more reading, more reading, more reading. Because you really want to read all about this, right? It's reading from 1963. I'm trying to get through here without using profanity. I really am. And we finish up the comic book with some sizzling hot 1963 art of our favorite superheroes from this comic book. Crystal Man. Crystal Man. He's the favorite of all the meth heads. Neon Girl. I wonder who comes up with these names. Anyway, Neon Girl. To all my fans, loving kisses, Jenny. Kid Dynablow. That's right, I said Dynablow. He sucks. Kid Dynamo. You throw a little water on him, he's on the floor looking like Opie. And the biggest, strongest, fake-ass thing of them all, Captain Planet, with the head of a planet and the strength of an ox. He's king of the putts. Ah! And back in 1993, apparently Bori, the fake-ass magician, not funny comedian, existed in comic books. Oh, God. And I'm really looking forward to checking out Mike and the Moondogs. You know, the Moondogs. I used to watch them wrestle. And they wasted the back of this piece of crap on this crap garbage, whatever that is. And somehow I'm not surprised they wasted the back, they wasted the front, and they wasted the middle. What a dismal nightmare! Fantastic Four ripoff I've discovered. I only bought it by accident because I thought it was a Scooby-Doo comic book. It said Mystery Inc. on it. You know, a Mystery Incorporated, Scooby-Doo. You get it right. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell for me, and I'll be back with another comic book video, and I don't see how I could find one worse than this, so I'll try. Blog over, dudes.